is going on, everybody, and welcome to a classic pre-recorded double reaction, man. So excited for this one. Was not able to go live today, so I was like, you know what? I'm not waiting any longer. I am gonna read this chapter today, no matter what. Or I should say, these two chapters today, no matter what. Man, I missed it on my birthday week. I was like, man, I'm not missing two in a row. You know what I'm saying? So, we are here for two chapters of Yoshihiro Togashi's masterpiece, Hunter x Hunter, chapters 404 and 405, man. So excited. So let's get right into it. Obviously, we're going to be doing the Viz translation, since we're reading this on Monday, following the release of 405. So we have both chapters to read within the Viz translation. Let's get started with chapter 404. Obviously, in this stretch of chapters, we started off in the Beyond Netero greatness with a chapter that absolutely changed the perspective and the complexion of this entire arc. And then we transitioned over to the princes and are now seeing all of the things that are taking place there. Obviously, this has been what Togashi's been doing throughout the course of the arc so far. Whenever we switch to a perspective after the next volume's worth of chapters, we continue to ramp up and see how the stakes are continuing to unfold. And then the last chapter in 403, we saw what was going on with Hulkenberg, and I was like, dude, this is getting sick, man. This is getting so sick. Hulkenberg? I think I'm switching the names with the metaphor with Fantasio character. It's Hulkenberg in Hunter x Hunter, right? You know, metaphor has been messing with my mind, man. It's not me. It's Hashino creating great video games, man. It ain't me. It ain't me. And so, let's get right into it. Hunter x Hunter. Chapter 404. You've pretty much proven your hypothesis that the coins change after 10 days. So here we are. To maintain their physical forms, there should be an upper limit to how many can be produced. Here, the costs are shared by distributing them to others, making mass production possible. The point of currency is to change hands. We'll need to verify what kind of changes occur in that case. First, are there any differences in design between the coins you have and the coins that you've given to others? This should be a quick check. Your Highness might have a different design from those. You're right, the front is the same, but the back is totally different, and we see the little sun wheel on one, and then we get to see the prince himself within the other. This shows that the effects of the coins can also differ depending on who's holding them. Can you give one of those coins to your entourage to see what happens? Okay. Gropik, I'll give you this 10 coin. Will the 10 coin change if I give it away? We can see what happens to the number and the design, letting us kill two birds with one stone. He's certainly not making this easy. All right. If I don't take it, I love the art here on Gropika's hand with the chains. If I don't take it, he might not trust me, but even if accepting it is a condition to activate a semi-coercive manipulation ability, the nen stored over 10 or so days isn't enough to give powerful commands like murder. 1 coin a day. They change after 10 days. This is a long-term outlook and ability that would demonstrate its true utility after he's king, which is so interesting. It's like investing within something that's going to have eventual long-term payoff. If that isn't like sort of the concept behind the creation of currency, I don't know what is. I think that's actually a really interesting thing that Togashi could explore with this character just as a whole. I think that is extremely interesting. It reflects Zhonglei's personality to plan ahead. I'll be safe enough for now. So looks over, sees the difference in the design. It shows like a... So obviously Zhonglei's on one side, but on the other side it shows sort of like, I can't even make that thing out, man, but it's definitely a different design from what we saw with the sun wheel from last time. Both the number and design change. It looks the same as Tentori's. It seems the time and effect get reset when it changes hands. Here, I'll give this back to you. I'll see if it changes again. All right, it's like whenever we change currency, going from one location to another, depending on the kind of currency that you have, you know, certain things change whenever, for example, like a 20 USD gets transitioned over into yen. Something's going to be lost and or gained within the mixed. And so it's fascinating to have that be an ability, right? As we exchange hands, the design of these coins also changes. Let's see if it changes again. All right, the design changed back to mine, but its value didn't go back to 10. It's still 1. I see, now I understand. I have a rough idea of your ability. Really, do tell. Right now, I don't mind. I guarantee it's not something that would threaten First Prince Benjamin. He's slick. Third Prince Zhonglei's guardian spirit beast is presumed to have a cumulative conjuration ability. Living as third prince, he's become adept at using implicit signaling. He'll be on our side as long as we understand what he wants and maintain rank. Currency is meant to be circulated, but by intentionally making it something to hold on to long term, the coins store Nen, perhaps enabling them to exhibit various powers later on. He wants me to refrain from revealing the ways in which this ability could be a threat. In about 6 months, when the coins are worth quintillion, there's water for that. Quintillion is nuts. Worth quintillion. The owner could have their nodes open, meaning they'll be ready to use Nen, which is so fascinating. In exchange for being as close to risk and cost-free as possible, the beast requires compensation, which is probably pseudo-coercive manipulation. As you surmise, so this is, of course, all of that is being stated within Kropika's mind, while Kropika is saying something else to the individuals that want to hear about this. As you surmise, 10 to the 64th could be the required amount for a Nen ability to manifest in that person. After all, that number is represented in Buddhist terminology as unimaginable. Since Nen normally requires rigorous training to learn, this may be an optimal way to bypass that effort and the risks involved. A cumulative ability is often seen in those who are intellectual and who like to plan ahead. In other words, this ability looks ahead to a time after you assume the throne. What a fascinating idea. Semi-forced loyalty to Zhonglei and its creator. I see. Isn't it like me? Of course, he's telling what he wants to hear. I should omit the part about the possibility of pseudo-coercive manipulation for now. It would make unnecessary waves, and I want to let the coin do its thing and see its effects. Its effects on the person who was hiding the coin that appeared on the first day. Koven Toba, the first prince's royal guard, or personal guard. Today's Wednesday, 11 days since the succession battle began. Most abilities that count days as a condition use the moment of emergence as day 1. If the coins started to appear on Sunday, there should be two 10 coins by now. The one who picked it up hasn't stepped forward even now because he knows what's going on. He doesn't want to give information to Zhonglei. He saw it appear from the guardian spirit beast, picked it up, and it benefits him to keep quiet about it. He's the only one here who can use Nen and isn't affiliated with Zhonglei. The coins appear every day at 1 p.m. We can easily find out who was by Zhonglei's side at the time by checking the shift schedule. His presence now gives me an excuse as to why I'm hiding the manipulative nature of the ability. If it comes to light later that I wasn't forthcoming about it, yes, this was very helpful, Kropika. Now I can spend my time pondering how to spend my future with my siblings. Well, the number of coins you may also have an effect. I think you should hold on to a few yourself for now. Alright then, I'll give you the one that appeared today, and I'll hold on to the rest for a while. Thank you. As for the other topic, I must ask you to wait a while longer. The second workshop should be key. Fine, there can never be too much information, but it's not urgent. I'm more worried about you and about 14th Prince Wobel's security detail. Don't think of us as equals. I'm accepting information in exchange for ensuring Wobel's safety. It's likely the others used the first workshop to gather intel and lay the groundwork. You should prepare yourselves. Much appreciated. Being under his protection in exchange for information on Nen pertaining to the succession battle is extremely beneficial, but it comes with great risks. Zhonglei is one of the princes with a mafia family under their wing. There are over 200 members on board on the lower tiers. Their combat potential serving as inhibition against the higher princes. The power balance between him, Terror Sandwich, and Lazarus, with their connection to this underworld, is important. If it tips too far, the situation could change drastically. If the rope in the tug of war between these three princes snaps, who will benefit most? Benjamin. He has a powerful weapon in his back pocket called martial law. The intensifying conflict between the factions will be enough reason to enact it. He can place all the princes under house arrest with the pretext of protecting them, and then he'll have free reign. The problem is how the rope gets cut. The rope that held this balance for so long may seem fragile, but is actually strong. If this breaks out into an all-out war without any deals, the surest thing to happen is the assassination of the leaders. The real leaders here are the benefactor princes. Once a situation is created where an assassination of a prince can be interpreted as a mafia hit, the all-out war will transition to martial law. So it's entirely possible that Benjamin will go after either Zhang Lei, Terror Sandwich, or Lazarus in order to create this very situation. And considering Benjamin's personality, even if Zhang Lei was living with the youngest prince to protect her, he won't hesitate. In fact, her death would emphasize the cruelty of the mafia and place the blame on them. Being in room 1014, where each prince's guards monitor and keep the others in check, may be safer than the risk of Benjamin coming after us in room 1003. But we still don't know who sent those snakes, not to mention the danger of each of them is plotting something. Which choice involves more risk? Which choice involves more risk? The difference is negligible. It's a gut decision. Either way, we're on thin ice. Love the panels here. We see wheels. Patient is unresponsive. Temperature 97.9, no tremors or labored breathing. Oh, Zodiac Girl. Is that L'Oreal in the back? Without glasses on? Patient is unresponsive. Temperature 97.9, no tremors or labored breathing. He may have Cheadle. That was her name, right? Cheadle? I think that was her name. Temperature 97.9, no tremors or labored breathing. He may have hit his head when he fell. Order a Chem 7 blood panel and a CT. Ask 7 Prince Hulkenberg. See? I mistook Hulken and Hulken, man. I'm telling you, it's not me. It's metaphor. On tier 1 about his condition over the past week. Send the vomitus to gel in forensic stat. And we see, man, dude. Yo, man. What is going to come of this situation, dude? The target's persona won't wake up until I go to sleep. The addition of a coma to the symptoms will delay the stomach flu diagnosis conveniently. If I get mother to refuse an autopsy, my death will be officially classified as an unexplained organ failure. Hulkenberg vomited and was taken to the hospital. My mission will be complete in about 12 hours. Once he starts vomiting, it'll take half a day until death. We don't want any interference. Good work. I'll send the Royal and Military Medical teams there. Monitor progress. Yes, sir. Dude, flipping Hulkenberg, bro. He's just chilling in there, dog. He's chilling, man. Observing all of this as it takes place. We proved our hypothesis in our experiment with Shikaku and Sumidori. After he was shot, Sumidori, the body, awoke and recited Shikaku's service number. We confirmed the fact that only one of the swap minds can be awake at a time. Our side generally has priority. While Sumidori, the body, is conscious, Shikaku, the mind, won't awaken. Once Sumidori wakes up, Shikaku is forced to lose consciousness. Trying to awaken, Shikaku won't work during this time. This priority is earned by putting our lives on the line. My ability is a forced mind swap, which is so crazy. So crazy, man. And it's like, I think to another series that obviously did this in regards to Ino's ability in Naruto. But when I think about it in terms of the way that Hulkenberg is using it in this situation, it's absolutely insane. A forced mind swap. To the point to where if you were to keep something like this hidden, man, dude. I mean, imagine the damage that you can cause. We're seeing it right now take place within the manga. But it's that type of exploration of really cool and unique abilities that's made this Succession War so much fun to read, right? My ability is a forced mind swap. One person is chosen at random from our group and switches minds to the victim shot with the arrow. And that's the main key. Next, we need to find out what happens to the mind when the body dies. When there are two bodies, only one persona can be awake at a time. And priority goes to us. Since the definition of death isn't spelled out in the Succession battle, it's reasonable to consider that both the mind and the body and mind need to be dead. Therefore, once we split a prince's mind from their body, there's no point in testing a process by which the target's mind can return to their original body. What we needed to test first was 1, when the target's body dies first, what happens to the person within? 2, what if the target's mind, having lost a body to return to, also loses his current body? As for 2, it's obvious when you consider that this is an ability made possible by the assistance of the Great Spirit Beast, by the Guardian Spirit Beast, in order to win the succession battle. And we see a really cool panel down here that reminds me of Kingdom. It's like a combination of like Kingdom and like Saint Seiya. As for one, only those who are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good can participate in my ability. Feeling morally conflicted about it is a disservice to the righteous dedication to the cause. What a line. My focus must remain on fighting to build the ideal nation to honor their noble sacrifices. He's thinking of this like individuals that are fighting for him in an army. He's thinking about the individuals that have been sacrificed in this situation, not as pieces on the chessboard, but as individuals that should be proud to have served the future king in Hulkenberg. What a cool way of looking at it, man. Not just in regards to his resolve and how he's looking at the situation at hand, but now it makes sense as to why that panel looks in the way that it does. That's Hulkenberg riding his horse after having declared victory over the bodies of the individuals that helped him get to this point. How cool is that? How cool is that, man? That is awesome. That is actually like an absolutely ridiculous yet so on character way of looking at it from Hulkenberg's perspective. The probability of me swapping with Balsamilko myself was low, but within expected parameters, we experimented with Victon Advance. If the body on our side dies first, the victim's mind returns to their own body and coexists with the trespasser's mind. In that case, the victim's mind regains dominance. Therefore, right after my body dies, Balsamilko's mind will return to his own body and my mind will be forced into sleep. But we can do something about this. Right before my body dies, I'll take a sleeping pill in Balsamilko's body. This time I'll have until Balsamilko's mind reawakens can only be loosely finessed, but I'll be able to control this body for about 10 hours after my own body's death. I have to finish this within that time. My next move to be the victor in the succession battle. Hulkenberg, dude. We cut over. We see everybody entering the room. I still think that has to be Leorio without the glasses, considering the sideburns and the other surrounding individuals. Look at him, man. He legit looks like he's almost dead, bro. Benjamin, Camilla, Zanlei. Oh, man, dude. Oh, my God. 3 minutes. Terror sandwich. Who was it who said leveling up isn't climbing a hill but a staircase? Leveling up isn't climbing a hill but a staircase. It's so true. My time just wouldn't get shorter and I was about to get discouraged. No, wait, just 3 days. This is absurd. Theta, what am I supposed to do with him? I still can't take it easy. Getting under that last second will be much harder. 1 week or 10 days. It might even take 2 weeks. I'll make it happen. I'll carve it down. Getting it down to the last second. It reminds me of whenever I would hear swimmers talk about their intense and vigorous training that they put their bodies through just to shave half a couple seconds, maybe even milliseconds from their run. Because when you're at the Olympic level, those milliseconds, those half or tenths of a second are going to be what allows you to win the gold medal. That's what it means to be at the highest level. Terror Sandwich is looking at Ned through that exact same lens. Like, I will shave down that time. I need to make it to the top of the level. You know what I'm saying? He's looking at things through the best in the world scenario. And what an interesting way of looking at it. What an interesting way of looking at it. The progress he can make in a given time, in a given amount of time, is so much more than what the average guy can do. He's so intense that even the deadline he sets for himself is on a different level. And he knows he can make it happen. And that's the key. Because he understands his limits, because he understands where he believes he can make it to, his mind is not what's limiting him. It's only what he's able to achieve in this point in time. His mind is already where it needs to be. Now his body and the aura associated with it now needs to catch up to that, to his ambition. And then he said, we'd spar, right? What's going on? What is he going to do with me? Terror Sandwich. We see him. Oh, dude, what a panel. What a panel, bro. Yo, high key. We were talking about like the Beyond Netero and Isaac Netero stuff in regards to who the child can be. This panel right here, truly, especially with the hair in the background and a ponytail, it does remind me of Isaac within the flashback during the Meruem fight, for sure. Man, dude, we're cutting over, obviously, seeing everyone else. Man, Kacho, dude. The second round of classes will begin tomorrow, Thursday at 9 in the morning. The format will be the same as before, but second Prince Camilla's guards will be joining us this time. From Prince Benjamin's camp, it will be you and Furykov as before. Is that right? Yes. So why do you think Prince Camilla changed her mind? Maybe she was verifying your claims. They know what happened here, so there must be some benefit for their side anyway. The reason could generally be to take the course or gathering intel, assassination, alliance building, strategy, basically the gamut. Prince Camilla's personal guards use curses unique to the have-nots. If that's true, are they Nen abilities? Is the target really Wobble? Yada yada. Good grief. More uncertainties. That they're only sending one person shows a firm resolve. Considering Camilla's personality, they're not coming to learn. They're definitely coming to do something. Melody's letter on the secrets of each prince didn't mention anything about Camilla. Does she have a secret that forced them to act? We want to keep Prince Camilla's guards away from the Prince Wobble as much as possible. The shifts will be tough, but we'll do this together. That's fine. Shimanu, stay by the queen's and prince's side. Chores can take a back seat. Yes, sir. It depends what they do. I have the contract with Zhonglei too, so I'll have to be careful. Cut over. Dude, Hulkenberg, man. The body will be transferred at noon today, from Tier 3 to Tier 2, via the central stairwell, then the morgue in Tier 1. Shipwide announcement is sent off by his supporters and his personal guards to transport the coffin. Those were his last wishes. Yes, his own words. When he sensed his death, how should we respond? Do as he wished. I'll show we honored his wishes even if we don't see outright that they were his. Everything should be done solemnly and with dignity, so the supporter's sorrow doesn't turn to anger. Inform Judge Cleve that we drop all charges so that his guards can join him at once. Yes, sir. So once they get here, I'll discuss funeral plans and the autopsy and monitor the process. That means I'll return at the same time as Hulkenberg's body. Make sure it gets handled respectfully. Well done. Dude, Benjamin is about to get cooked, bro. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother. I'm afraid we have some tragic news to report. Prince Hulkenberg passed away in the early hours this morning. At noon, his funeral procession will pass through the central staircase on its way to Tier 1. Yo, man, this is like that meme when you see like the Yu-Gi-Oh hair surrounded by like a whole bunch of other characters. Like, how could you not? How could you not see the Phantom Troop right there in the middle? Oh, man. Those on Tier 3 who wish to pay their respects may gather in the central staircase square. Is this prince some benefactor or for either Mafia? No, Vodka, Binks, and Aton. Nah, then who cares? Let's get down to Tier 4. Thanks to Henrik placing the transmitter where they can't find it, we have time. There's something I want to check with the other two families before we head to the Haley hideout. What about Haley? Yeah, no point. We crushed him anyway. It has to do with how we crushed him, of course. We may have to call the others depending on what they say. You know makes sense. Being charmed by the enemy is creepy. Well, if it's unfounded, then whatever. But I'll beat you up if I'm right on this. Next page. Wait till the next chapter immediately. Yo, man. Chapter 405. One more. Hold on. Let me make this full screen. One more. Hunter x Hunter. Chapter 405. One more. One more. What in the world is that? It's like, it's showing something that kind of looks like a small window, but also could be like the back of some cards. I'm assuming they're cards. Isn't poker played with 5 cards? 5 cards. So there are cards. Square X. And this is multiple decks. This is square 3. When you get a duplicate card, you can increase your hand size and with it the payout. If you win, the stakes are set to the power of however many one mores you've claimed, but you can't fold. So it's also known as Go to Heaven. What a flippin' name. I've witnessed a number of people go bankrupt myself. Call. And it's just white spacing in the background, call in the middle. Oh! Wait! Bro, I know that face anywhere, son. Oh my god, it's Bill. It's Bill. Bill has transitioned over to playing card games, ladies and gentlemen. My guy! Big flip! Hold on, dude. Wait, bro. Wait a minute, man. Wait. Oh, I wasn't expecting this in this batch of chapters. Oh, man. Bro, wait a minute. Oh, man. Oh, we're cooking now. Oh. Flipping Hisoka, bro. We see. My God. 5 of a kind? 2 aces? Wait a minute, bro. Chapter 405, Performance. And we've got, dog, that's gotta be Hisoka, man. There's no one else. The playing cards, the face, the eyes. Really, I've got pretty normal tastes. Goes over, gets 3 sevens. Cause he's him, man. When I heard about exterminating the ants, it didn't turn me on. This man saw Meruem and was like, I can't move with this, I can't groove with it. He saw Yuppie, Neferpitu, Poof, and was like, wait a minute, man. Something out there is calling my name. But it ain't the ants. I'll let somebody else do the ant repellent spray. But it ain't gonna be me. It's not what gets me going, man. Because they were ants. And we've got the little thingy. This is for sure Hisoka, bro. The tremendous rumbling I felt a number of times here. Finding out it was a group ability made possible through the support of an end beast created the power of a ceremony, and it really turned me off. God. See, I'm normal. I'm not interested in bestiality or an orgy. I can't get aroused. I'm just a guy who wants to be with someone. What are we doing, bro? We're going into Hisoka's psyche, dog. Who wants to be with someone one-on-one so we can love each other to death. Look at this page. Look at this page, bro. Sad. But oh well, there's always solitaire. Dude, this is one of the best pages of the arc right here, man. My guy said, I ain't interested in none of that. None of the multi-stuff crap. I'm just a dude who wants to be with someone one-on-one. Intimacy. To the very flippin' death, man. And just look at the way the battle's done. He's looking with the old hair and the suit as he's dancing with somebody that's being ripped apart. We go over. We're still with Hisoka. Wow, I didn't think I'd actually come across him in the Tier 1 VIP casino. He's not another fake Hisoka, is he? You want me to transform into Hisoka? What? What the flag knights? I didn't think I'd actually come across him in the Tier 1 VIP casino. He's not another fake Hisoka, is he? You want me to transform into Hisoka? Yeah. Hold up. Go hang out where the mafia might be. They should come to take you to the... The individual that's stating these words is my boy. It's Whipping Kugulu. Oh my god. Go hang out where the mafia might be. They should come take you. Okay, they should come to you and take you to the nicer rooms. Why? To maintain balance. To the mafia, both us and Hisoka are wild cards. Roaming freely through their turf could make them lose face. But if they try to recruit either of us according to their conventions, it would lead to a fight and disrupt the balance. Something the mafia hates the most. The simplest way to avoid that would be to find Hisoka and keep him away from us. We're a group, so it's harder to contain us. I see, once the mafia thinks I'm Hisoka and tucks me away, the troop is free to go find the real Hisoka. Dude! What? Then everyone can save face. Although promoters might try to feature Hisoka since he's a floor master, the real Hisoka is likely already on Tier 1, somewhere as a VIP, through some prince's invitation. Once you get invited upstairs, be careful that you don't run into him. Chrollo was so right, as he always is. But I bet he didn't tell everyone because he wanted to deal with Hisoka himself. If you find him, transform into someone else and wait for me. I'll decide whether... Chrollo, babe. My ability doesn't work well against Hisoka anyway. There's no way I could transform while dodging that gum. Goes in. He looks like that, one of the shadow beasts from Yorknu, the guy that had the sunglasses. And it looks very similar, actually. Transformation Metamorphosen is one of Bonalelev's abilities. He can transform into someone he has talked to in person. Oh yeah, so this might be the same dude. No, we're back. Into someone he has talked to in person. The time he can maintain the transformation is equal to the time he spent with that person. Ooh, that's fascinating. There is no limit in body size, but the smaller the body compared to his, the shorter he feels the time he can remain transformed per Bonanelev. It's actually a really cool constraint to have. Excuse me, that would mean that you could turn into someone that you spent a very, very long time with for maybe for months, maybe years, right? Is equal to the amount of time that you spent with that person. So if you've been with somebody for like 40 years and you've had this ability, you can, I don't know if you want to do that, but still, hypothetically speaking, that is a possibility. That woman whose punch could reveal your inner voice. She found out who I was, so I had to kill her. I let the IV drip, guys, so I could come upstairs, but I hope that won't be a problem. Even if they find her body later, they won't think Hisoka did it, would they? Are you Hisoka? Goes in, punches. No, I'm only pretending to be Hisoka. Was that my voice? Oops, they found out. The guy must have heard too. You're Hisoka, right? I guess you didn't hear me. I see, so the ones who can hear the inner voice with this ability are the user and the one who got hit. Dude, it was Bonalelev the entire flippin' time, dude. What? So, and that, of course, that is the real Hisoka. Oh, man. This is the real Hisoka. This is the imposter. The Among Us. So, Bonalelev here, are you okay? He said he was Hisoka. No, he's a fake. I asked his body. He's trying to trick us. He's from Haley or the troop. Either way, he ain't getting away with this. I'll get Henrik to put him on the top of the hit list. Well, that's too bad. After that, I took the form of the woman I'd killed, tricked the IV guy, and led them to the movie theater. They'll think someone else killed her after they split up, right? It'll work out. From the IV guy's point of view, her death wouldn't be connected to my tiff with her. Even if they find her body, the Mafia probably wouldn't come upstairs en masse to kill Hisoka, probably, I think. I don't know. I should just ask Crollo, but I'd really like to get Finks' group to deal with Hisoka. We all know Crollo is hurting over Shao and Kortobi, and he's trying to act like he's fine because he knows that we know. Everyone knows he wants to settle it once and for all. By himself this time. He's got the book. He's got the book. And that he treasures, and that the treasure he seeks on the ship is an ability that he'll need to kill Hisoka for good. An ability? That's why everyone wants to kill Hisoka first, before Crollo can get to him. Crollo, you've kept the number 9 spot empty this whole time, we all understand. Let's let Hisoka be the last. And close the curtain on this. What in the world am I reading, dog? You've kept the number 9 spot empty this whole time. We all understand, and let's let Hisoka be the last and close the curtain on this performance. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since the brutal murder of Mr. Rise North, the chairman of Mom's Help, a charity foundation dedicated to helping children. No suspects ever been caught. Today we look back at his contributions and pay our respects to his greatness. There has been a growing public outcry demanding the identification and arrest of his murderer. Dude, look at Crollo, man. He's got the flippin' York New City hair. He's got the hair from the top 1 design in the verse, man. Hold up. Let me pull it out real quick. From the best design, man. From the top 1 design. Didn't they initially report that credit had been claimed, but then walked it back in a really weird way? The untimely death of a philanthropist. Maybe it's bad if the guy who did it gets caught. Dark web stuff. Who are these morons who take what the media says at face value? Something you wanted to know? Nobunaga. Yeah, all of you guys have known Haley for a long time, right? Their new boss just recently took over. Yeah, so it's hard to predict what they're thinking, I suppose. If they're not even a functional mafia family, it's honestly hard to notice something's off. What are you trying to say? Just that, is it really Haley on the ship? What do you think? Interesting idea. If they're not Haley, then who are they? They had the official succession ceremony. The boss even went, as did the rest of us. But if you're trying to say the previous boss was manipulated with men and killed, what's the current Haley boss like? A young woman named Morena. Oh my goodness, man. A royal descendant without succession rights. The Kakin Mafia boss's titles are always inherited by a person of royal blood who has no claim to the throne. So it's not like we don't know her at all. But like you say, we're not so close that we know what she wants. Are they really Haley on paper? Yes. But we don't know what they're after. Did you guys get some sort of clue? We didn't find anything concrete. But we do know some things from fighting them. They seem to be doing whatever they want. Case in point, the wall guy came over and got himself killed. But when we went to their hideout, they were organized, and their behavior showed that they were under some leadership. Dude, man. Their leader decides the strategy and specifies, and specific tactics are left to each of them. Similar to Crollo. That's exactly what Crollo just did with the rest of the Venture Troop members. That's our style. That's exactly what I just said. That's our style, and they're using the same playbook. Morena utilizing a copy of situation here, similar to how Crollo does, because he has an actual copy ability. The parallels, man. A ? B ? The Morena hype continues, man. Their problem is A, what's their motivation, and B, what kind of orders are they operating under? If they're trying to crush the other families, it makes sense to kill the other members. But they're killing civilians. Why? Who knows? Maybe A is something else. Exactly. Haley is trying to destroy everything. Everything? Everyone aboard the ship, including the royal family. In other words, Kaiken itself. Bro, if that's true, Morena, man. The sealed chamber this cruise ship presents is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Also, there could be multiple motivations. The power needed to destroy everything. They're killing to get that power. Using human sacrifice to obtain supernatural power is a classic move. You know about contracts with limitations, right? They plan to kill everyone anyway. So use number of people they kill as condition. Make powerful men. Look, I'm not one to talk, but this sounds crazy. It's certainly not normal. Not just Haley. You guys for coming up with it. It's the same playbook, brother. How we came about was twisted to begin with. That's why we place importance on balance, and we're proud to have supported the country from the shadows. A fight is a last resort, and used to keep things in check. Civilians are our customers, and we've never thought of them as targets. I understand. They look like Haley, but they're not on the inside. There's something entirely different from us. The Kaiken Mafia. The Morena hype continues to escalate, bro. Char and Z will fully cooperate. I'm asking you to crush Haley. The three of us will go on ahead then. Can you tell the rest of us in Henrik? I'll send a grunt to fetch them. Morena, we've got a problem. These guys might find you far sooner. Bro, man. Yo, these guys might find you far sooner than we expected. It accelerates the schedule a lot when we have to use our Joker. Morena. How does a chapter exist where we have Hisoka, Crollo, and Morena? I said the other day that the point of views I'm most interested in at this point in time were Beyond Netero, Terror Sandwich, Morena, and Crollo. Obviously with Hisoka being in association with that. And I get almost every single one of those POVs in this same chapter. We cut over to Morena. It says a sly smile, darkness in the background, like it was the anime that's having a dark, all-consuming aura, man. I hear her, dude, she just has so much flipping aura, dog. Like, listen, man, there's characters, every character that I just said has insane amounts of Conqueror's Hockey. We're talking about Crollo, we're talking about Hisoka, we're talking about Beyond Netero, we're talking about Terror Sandwich, even Hulkenberg, we're talking about some of the princes, we got, Jing and Pariston. These are all individuals with Conqueror's Hockey, man. There's no question about that. But there's just something about Morena, bro. Because it's like we're hearing of this character, the legend of this character. Now within this chapter, we're seeing exactly how she came to be. Not only that, how things have changed. And how things have continued to go in. And Nobunaga's just like, yo, they're coming in here from the same playbook, brother. They're running the 4-2-2. And it's like, yo, man, you got somebody coming up into your own place using your playbook, and you're about to go up into like swimwear, man. So I got my favorites in the Phantom Troop. They're about to have a clash with Yoshihiro Togashi, man. We cut over. Morena, we've got a problem. These guys might find you far sooner than we expected. It accelerates the schedule a lot. We might have to use our Joker. Oh my god, man. I hear Hulkenberg's funeral procession is taking place. A lot of people will gather for the send-off, a perfect opportunity. Think you're ready? Yeah, here we go with this. Do it again, man. With everyone's help, I leveled up a lot. I can sniff out Nen types 5 meters away and whether they've learned Nen from 2 meters. Dogman Enhancer, level 62. If I sniff their heads up close, I can identify them 100%. I'll find them. Dude. Yo! See, ask this man, do you think you're ready for the situation at hand? For the troop? If Dog successfully finds who we're looking for, it's a green light. The beginning of the end. Like it's freaking Evangelion. If Dog successfully finds who we're looking for, then it's a green light. The beginning of the end. Alright, so exciting. But it's kind of iffy whether they'll join us once they hear our goals. They want the troop to join them? Yeah, that's true. I'll try my best to make sure we get a yes. Let's go. How should I let you know if Sodom finds the target? I'll be by your side, so just point them out. I'll take care of the rest. My ability to abduct them counts on them not knowing Nen. I can bring them here by myself. Morena, where did the others go? They're leveling up and processing. They're leveling up, brother. They're training. They're training. Yo, man, it's like when you're playing Super Smash Brothers and you put characters in that one thing with the dude from Punch Out, and they're just leveling them up. You're leveling them up, man, ready for them to come out of the oven cooked and ready to go. They really want to get revenge on Henrik. We cut over and we see them. Oh, just like Morena said, level 51 is sick for reals. Let's go hunt some mafia. Oh my god. A door. From here on out, things will be a bit rough. Whoa, what the heck? To be continued. That was, without question, I maybe the first chapter when we came back may have changed the perspective and complexion of this arc more than anything else. But as a personal favorite, this is without question my favorite chapter in this entire batch so far, bro. You gave me Hisoka, Chrollo, and Morena. And flipping Morena while hyping up all three in the meantime. The confirmation of Bononelov! Bononelov! Oh my... Togashi. Yo, man! Now let me tell you, I did not get the opportunity to reread the arc before this most recent stretch of chapters. So that might have actually been beneficial for me, because I didn't see a lot of this coming. You know, I didn't see it, I didn't even think of it. I thought we were just, when we come back to Hisoka, we be dude. Yo! Man! So, now we have a situation where both Morena and Chrollo are here. Coach Chrollo and Coach Morena. You got Morena building up people in the academy, ready to go out there and box at a moment's notice. Well, Chrollo is on the hunt for a treasure, something they can take out. Hisoka, what is that? And now they're apparently out for something that could end everything. And they have to use their Joker? Their Don Quixote of Flamingo? Dude, this chapter's getting... the 1 week I couldn't go live is this chapter. And I feel like all I want to do is talk about this now. Oh, no, man. Yo. Dude, man. Game-changing chapter. I can't wait for chapter 406. Oh, man. Troop greatness continuing down the line, bro. We're starting to mix Troop and Princess stuff within the match. Oh, Togashi. Yo, man. I need it. I need it more than anything else. I will see y'all next time. Please give me your comments in the comment section down below on anything that I may have misconstrued, gotten wrong, or if I didn't pick up on certain things because I was just so caught up within the hype. And like I said, I didn't get an opportunity to reread stuff before heading into this greatness. But by the sweet mother of Black Nerds, man, this thing hit. This chapter hit. I am so ready for what's to come. So ready for the following chapter. This brother is cooking at the highest level, man. Hanta Toyabu. Hanta Toyabu, man.